All right, thank you so much for tuning back in to another reaction video. My name is Chris.
My name is Sam.
And we are Offset
Era.
Woohoo!
Well, 2/3 of Offset Era, but yeah.
We haven't had Rammstein over in the last week or so, just because we had to make some room for some other stuff we wanted to do. We're bringing Rammstein back to the channel.
Yep.
This one was, oh gosh, I don't even know
Deutschland.
how to... It's Dutch?
Deutschland.
Is that how you say that?
That's how you pronounce. That's
okay.
What, I mean, I'm not gonna go around saying I speak German in any particular capacity.
No.
I mean, aside from a couple of words and some simple phrases, but I do know that that's, you know. Plus, I got German. I got German in me.
Isn't Deutschland a place though?
Deutschland. It's German for Germany. That's what Germans call That's what Germans call Germany. They call it Deutschland. Guten Tag, Deutschland.
So yes, we've been checking out. Well, we started out with Engel, the old 20-year-old version of it. Then
the live version from Madison Square Garden.
Then we did Rum Lead, because we called it Rum Lied.
Yeah.
And it was called Rum Lead, and it was a song about themselves. So I was talking about how this song kind of sounds like all their other songs. That was because it was supposed to. They're kind of making fun of themselves.
They did it on purpose.
Yeah, it was like it was supposed to be, and it was all about them. That song was about them. So I read all the comments you guys put in there.
Maybe we should do that. Write a song about ourselves.
We could. I mean, we pretty much do that.
Write a song. We each of us write a verse about how we have our heads up our ass.
Yep. All right. So in the comments, you guys have mentioned checking out some newer stuff, and that's what we're going to do today. I think this is new. It was 4
years ago.
4 years ago.
319 million views in 4 years. Yeah.
Very good memory. That's a lot of views. Fortunately, we can't tell you about how people think about this.
Because the comments are disabled.
Like they always are on Rammstein for some reason.
I wonder why.
If you guys know that, let us know. But yeah, so there's nothing really to hem and haw over. There's nothing to really Google at or look at. The album came from Zeit, Z-E-I-T, I think is the name of the album.
It was directed by Spectre Berlin.
Production by something I cannot. There's too many consonants there. M-M-A-A-T-T. That
C-C-H-H.
Is that a real word?
Berlin. It looks like a Welsh word.
Okay.
It's got the spelling of a Welsh word.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna check out Deutschland, the official music video.
I'm sorry, Wales.
It is 9 minutes and 22 seconds long.
So it's a longer one.
Longer one. I don't know if the music is that long or if it's going to stop and have cinematic. So a lot of you have mentioned that a lot of their music videos are kind of like mini movies.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. I have the auto translate on for the subtitles, so hopefully those will kind of shine some light on exactly what the meaning of the song is. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to speak about. Let's go ahead and jump into this one.
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, and if you're checking out Rammstein with us for the first time, welcome to the channel. Please check out the rest of our Rammstein videos. This is number 4. I think this is the 4th Rammstein video we've done. There's been a lot of calls for us to continue with Rammstein, so if you'd like to see that, make sure you subscribe. And also comment with some links. It's really helpful when there are links so we know exactly which video you're referring to.
That's right.
This way we don't get the wrong video for you. But yeah, after coming back from the live, I think this is a welcome change for us. We'd like to see some studio stuff and fairly recent new songs. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do what we always do, the glorious transition.
Warp.
Boop. All right, without further ado, Rammstein, Deutschland, official video. Here we go. Looks kind of supernatural.
Germania Magna, 16 AD.
This is definitely a movie.
Yep, this is the days of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
When Germania was
a Rammstein picture.
When Germany was known as Germania, and was a part of the Roman Empire.
I don't know how you know that.
I'm a history buff. I fancy myself a history buff.
Is that wolf eating somebody?
I just love history. So it's really cool when bands.
Oh, that's a guy's head.
Yeah, it is.
And that's a woman with a knife. Does not look bloody. Is she gonna do some martial arts?
Not sure.
Is this the song or is this the soundtrack? I can't. Oh, okay. I think it's this song. His head is still in her lap. A little wink there. I'm sorry, I can't. For some reason, when I hear it like this, I think of Mortal Kombat. I just when I saw the Mortal Kombat movie, because I was young enough to see the original Mortal Kombat movie in the theater.
Oh, with Christopher Lambert.
Oh, it was an awful movie, but
yeah. But it was
the fight scenes are cool.
It was bad in a way that it's good. It's so bad. Like the Mortal Kombat movie from 1995 is what he's referring to.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it from front to back, but I've seen. One of my favorite YouTube.
How do you know the year?
I saw a really cool video on it from one of my favorite YouTube channels, Dead Meat. Okay. He does a series called The Kill Count, and he did a video on Mortal Kombat. I mean, he does mostly horror movies, but Mortal Kombat's horror adjacent.
Yeah,
especially the video games.
Yeah,
with all the blood. Mm-hmm. Definitely horror adjacent, but yeah, it's so bad that it's good.
Yeah,
that's the kind of vibe it is. Whereas the sequel that came 2 years later, that's just bad.
Did you? I don't know if I watched that one.
You don't.
No.
You're not missing anything.
Okay, let's get back to this. Ooh, the guitars.
Nice. So
this riff is sick.
So I take it the context of the video is like different spans of time, just fighting. At the time. To the days of steel and swords and the days of brass knuckles and explosions.
Du hast viel geweint, im Geist getrennt, im Herz vereint.
It always does that for some reason.
Yeah.
Got the back here.
Hast viel geweint.
I'm so grateful that they have
different subtitles.
Yeah, and they actually
im Herz vereint. Wir sind schon sehr lang zusammen.
no dynamic going on here.
Yeah.
Bass, kick drum. I feel like a lot of their songs are like this. It's just ride and kick. Whoa, what the?
Were they just eating that?
Rats everywhere, too. What the fuck?
What are
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't... Okay.
That riff's cool.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, like... It's so weird because it goes to this medieval thing.
Yeah.
They're eating a person.
And now they're in space.
Well, is that space, or are they in like a tomb or something?
Or are they in like, or does that take place in like the future?
Exactly, and there's like these lasers. Oh my gosh, someone's gonna have to explain this to us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm digging this. The
song is cool.
The song's really cool. The video's got a lot going on.
It's a lot of production.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around like
what's the narrative?
What's the context?
Yeah, this is maybe we're missing something here.
Well, it doesn't help that it's German.
It's German, and we haven't really listened to Rammstein.
Neither of us are fluent in German.
No. Like they're in a tomb or something. And he's in jail? What, are they throwing money around?
Überheblich, überlegen, übernehmen, übergeben, überraschen, überfallen. Deutschland
okay. Are you starting to see a little bit more now?
Yeah.
So, I'm not, and I forgive me on my ignorance on this. The stars, I think that has the significance of the Holocaust.
It's to symbolize the Jewish prisoners who were in the who were in prison.
And as far as I know, when it comes to the Holocaust in what Germans will talk about, I feel like it's just like America and our shameful use of slavery. And you can, as a history person, you can probably attest to this. Germans do not feel particularly proud of that particular.
Oh no!
Germans pretty remorseful about that.
Germany as a whole, like if you were to talk to your average German person, when it comes to matters of the Holocaust and the Second World War, they are deeply ashamed.
Yeah.
In fact, any sort of Nazi paraphernalia, anything that glorifies that is explicitly illegal in Germany.
Interesting.
Explicitly illegal.
If you guys have more context about that, we'd be interested to read about that. So if you have something to share, please let us know. I know it's not an easy topic to talk about, and it's definitely not a fun, happy one, but we're here. Yeah. We're already seeing these guys being hanged as Jews. I guess is that what we're taking? Because if you look at...
But at the same time, I don't know. Well, definitely that star right there definitely symbolizes the Star of David. Yeah. But Jewish people were not the only ones who were sent to concentration camps, and they weren't the only ones who were executed. Mm-hmm. There were there were quite a few marginalized people: Slavs, Christians, anyone who the ruling Nazis considered not Aryan. They were going for they were looking to purify the German race.
That was the blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah, that was their whole thing.
I would have been fine.
And
I have blonde hair. You can't tell. But
once upon a time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, once upon a time I was a blonde-haired little cherub.
If I let it grow, it'll be blonde, but I don't. All right. Well, yeah. Yep. This is
and a lot of political prisoners were executed as well.
Yeah.
A lot of them were guillotined.
Oof. Brutal.
Yep. Hitler apparently saw that as a demeaning form.
Oh, there's a Nazi right here.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we're not off the mark then.
Nope. It is definitely portraying the atrocities of the Holocaust and the Second World War.
So yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about this. All right. It's a cure and a blessing. Oh, it's a person a blessing.
Yeah. So it sounds like they're they're showing it's kind of like a song about knowing where they're from, and there is a semblance of national pride in there, but they're also from the imagery of the video and in the lyrics, or at least the subtitles.
What we believe are the lyrics. Yeah,
or the translations of the coming from the subtitles. They're not afraid of of discussing. Yes, like we're German. And we're happy and we love where we come from, and we're proud of where we come from. Right. But doesn't mean our homeland. Doesn't mean our homeland hasn't done some shit.
Yeah. Well.
Same thing with any other major nation. Yeah. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Exactly.
And it's really cool that they're showing all of this. They're showing the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
That's how it should be with anyone that talks about where they come from.
Right.
You don't just focus on the good stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to, that's what progress is all about. You talk about all sides, mm-hmm. and you do what you can. You do what, or not do what you have to do, but you do what you can to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Right. That's what I think it's what the importance of history is, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure we don't repeat the same
Those
things.
who don't learn from history are condemned to repeat it.
That's a great quote.
And history's been repeating itself quite a bit lately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right. What the hell? Burning books.
Yep. First they burn them, then they burn them. How the Florida's doing?
That's so messed up. What's that scene about?
I'm not sure.
What the hell?
Übermächtig, überflüssig, übermenschen, überdrüssig. Wer hochsteigt, der...
Is that Till's head? Is that the singer's head? It kind of looks like it is. I don't know if I can get a close-up of it. I don't know where it was. Alright, let's go back. It kind of looks like the singer's head.
Überflüssig, übermenschen, überdrüssig. Wer hochsteigt, der wird tief fallen. Deutschland, Deutschland über allen. Dein Herz in Flammen will dich lieben und verdammen. Mein Atem kalt, so jung und doch so alt. Deine Liebe ist Fluch und Segen. Meine Liebe kann ich dir nicht geben.
Wow. What?
What? Germania.
I'm gonna say if Rammstein ever put out a full narrative like video or like a movie, I'd probably watch it.
Yeah.
It's based off of this. Till Linderman, not just the singer.
Yep.
I don't know the names of everyone else, so I apologize. I know that's most of the band there, I think. I think he's the guitar player. I'd hate to be the editor on this. Like all that footage, like
God.
how would you put it together?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around all the imagery and
It's so
that,
contrasting.
like we talked about, you know, what kind of, you know, our ideas of what the video was about. But, it's kind of like the woman was like a human representation of Germany, and
She's also like an angel almost. But toward the end, she turned into an angel.
this is all incredibly gripping.
Just watching it.
I kind of feel like I'd have to Google some sort of extra context, like or ask what were they
trying to get across here.
Well, obviously,
we got some of it.
It seems, part of it is, the history, and the good, the bad, and the ugly of German history from the Germanic tribes of the ancient days to being sanctioned and then becoming a part of the Roman Empire.
When we go back and continue, but
from from the Germanic pagan tribes of the ancient days to being sanctioned by the Romans, and then as the Western Roman Empire kind of gradually crumbled due to a confluence of factors, then it fell in the 5th century, and then all the territory that was out there out in the West became Frankish and Germanic tribes, just kind of doing just those tribes and those kingdoms just doing their own thing.
Wow.
And then there's the East, which actually stood on its own as its own empire. Actually, it continued on as the Eastern Roman Empire for an additional 1,000 years. But that's another story.
Yeah.
I love history, so I could talk about ancient history forever.
There'll be one or two of you that are like, you shouldn't have cut him off. That's Sam's thing. It's not mine. If I'm being honest.
You think I'm a fucking egghead?
No. No, that's just what you're interested in. History was my worst subject. It was. I understand the reasoning to know history, but I just don't think, and I still till this day don't think I really need to know all the Chinese dynasties or all that. And I remember that was what we were doing in high school, was Chinese dynasties and just the various things that happened in ancient China. That's all I feel like all it was. And I was like, I don't really need to know this in my everyday life. But anyway, that was Rammstein, Deutschland, which we now know is the translation for Germany. The changing imagery, I kind of got the vibe that it was a lot of history that they were going through and kind of hashing through. I get that for the what looked like the Star of David. I get that. I get the crusading part of it. I get that. The cannibalism part, what's that about?
Well, priests.
Do you know?
Priests. I'm sure priests and monks got up to all kinds of terrible things. I
guess it was medieval scene.
Yeah.
Rats and
plus, in the Western Catholic faith, there was a lot of there was
sacrifice and things. Right?
No, not necessarily that, but
sacrifice is a big thing in the Bible, though. Have you read the Bible? Like, if you've gone to Bible school, it's the Bible is bloody.
Yeah,
it is super bloody and gross. There was a lot of sacrificing going on. It was very
actually for the Vatican in the medieval days, there was a lot of indulgence selling, which is basically, you're basically selling tickets to heaven. Give the church X amount of money, and we'll put in a good word with the big man upstairs, and we can get you into heaven, which is blasphemous.
Yes.
That was a big thing.
I think it kind of still happens with modern day evangelists, especially on TV. The donations and, That is our reaction to Rammstein, Deutschland, official music video. We are Offset Era, 2/3 of the band. We just came out with an album 2 weeks ago. It's called A New Album, A New Era.
It's called A New Album.
It's called New Album.
Really on the nose on that one.
Really had a hard time coming up with the name. No, it's all over. It's all over digital platforms. So anything that you may listen to music on, search us up. You'll find Offset Era in there. We have tons of stuff, so check it all out.
We just got new T-shirts.
We got new shirts coming out. Well, we have a short video that we posted. You're probably seeing it before this even.
Yep. So if you want if you want a T-shirt for yourself, send us an email, hit us up on social media, or come to one of our shows. We have a couple of shows coming up in July. Actually, we're going to be at Ollie's Pub Records and Beer, July 13th, with our DJ friend Ricky, bringing in some cool soundscapes to the mix.
Yep.
Our friends Kindly Shut Up, Mommy's Little Monsters, Green Jelly.
Yeah.
Gonna really, really look forward to that.
Awesome.
And then that following Saturday, the 15th, we're gonna be with Iris Orr and Chasing Airplanes.
Yep. Looking forward to all those shows. And if you want to see
any
more
others that are coming on down the road.
If you want to see any more Rammstein videos, drop them in the comments what you want to hear next or what you want to see next. I'm thinking more music videos because this was
especially if they're this gripping.
Yeah. Lots to discuss, and as a reaction, we're gonna have some pretty weird pretty good reactions to stuff that we find interesting or intriguing in one way or another. So what can you say about this other than when it comes from a cinematic standpoint?
Cinema standpoint, the
awesome.
The filming is amazing.
Yeah, everything looks
and
great.
The imagery. I love history, so
right.
I really appreciate the historical aspects and how it spans all different points in time. It doesn't just focus, on the days of the Roman Empire.
Right.
It doesn't just focus on the Second World War.
Yeah.
It doesn't just focus on the Middle Ages. It touches up on all that.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, let us know if you want to see the next, and we will pop into another reaction. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Take care.
See ya.